Rabbi Shuki has come all the way from New York to make sure the milk is kosher and to keep an eye on the kids. He's one of a number of rabbis sent from Israel, the United States, and Canada to help young Israeli tourists traveling in this land of gods and goddesses to stay in touch with their Jewish roots.
We have to take care of every Jewish person, every Jewish people, like it's my own son.
23-year-old Noga has been traveling in India for 8 months.
I didn't have a religious life in Israel. I came from the place which is the most secular. I'm living in a kibbutz, and my parents never light a candle in Friday night or something like that.
Tonight, Noga is preparing a kosher meal, something she admits she would never have done in Israel.
Now, before I left, I'm going home. I thought, wow, I learned so much about other religions. I don't know nothing about my religious, so I need to know something.
India is famous for spiritual awakenings. The Beatles put this place, Rishikesh, in the Himalayan foothills, on the map when they visited the Maharishi here in the 60s. Here in Rishikesh and other towns in the north of India, there's been a remarkable increase in the number of young Israeli tourists in the past few years. Some 40 to 50,000 a year come through, according to the Israeli embassy here. In fact, there are so many Israeli tourists that the local Indian population is also catering to them. You'll see many signs like these in Hebrew in tourist spots around India.
They talk Hebrew to you, and not only kids. I mean, they speak the language. They were never in Israel. It's just they're used to us.
Young Israeli travelers tell us they appreciate the cultural familiarity. But almost all of them say they come here to temporarily get away from the realities of living in Israel.
After 3 very stressful years in the army, people get very confused, and some people look for some answer, and part of it is like the Judaism, part of it can be Buddhism or whatever they can find here in India.
There's a word in Hebrew, Hodou. It means both India and thanks. And one young traveler told us of a rabbi in Israel who made a play on that word, saying when young people leave, they say, I'm going to Hodou, India. But when they come back, it's thanks to India that they begin to say, Hodou Adonai. Thanks be to God. Delia Gallagher, CNN, Rishikesh, India.